out here today, y'all. Hold on, let me. For some reason, every single day, I gotta fix my screen. Like every day. As if it's all foggy and muggy and all that there. Oh, man. Happy Monday to y'all. I kind of want y'all to see the background a little bit, but I need y'all to see me too. So, right here, like that, or like this here. Yeah, that's good right there. That's good right there. That is good right there. I let a couple of y'all get in here and then we are going to get started. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. For those of y'all that's gonna be watching this back. Today, I don't have any good news. I do not have any good news on any front. Yeah, I don't have any good news on any front. So that's that. But I'm about to get started here. Let's see, 1:30. I'll give it another 30 seconds. So what's up with it, dog? What's up with you, gangster? Glad to see you, my boy. But yeah, today, y'all, I don't have any good news whatsoever. All right, let's see. We about at 2 minutes. I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds and we just gonna, we got 3. I'm gonna just get started, y'all. World War III is upon us. It's already kind of happening. The only thing that ain't happened is that the American people and, you know, the global UN haven't agreed that we are technically at war. What's up with it, everybody? Welcome in. This is a Monday night exclusive. This is gonna be on my solo report playlist because I'm just reporting the facts as I hear it and as I understand it. Y'all like my vest? This is a fishing vest, but I tried to wear some tactical gear to let y'all know that we at war. You know what I'm saying? To let y'all know that it's going down. So what's going down particularly? Again, I gotta dive right in because that's what's going on. What's going on particularly is that China and Taiwan, I know y'all don't care. So before y'all say y'all don't care, you know what I'm saying? Before y'all say y'all don't care, I'm letting y'all know that you should care is because we are directly involved with China and Taiwan, everybody. We are allies to Taiwan. What is Taiwan? You might not have heard of Taiwan. Taiwan is a little island in East Asia that used to belong to China. This is the truth. It used to belong to China. Not that long ago, actually. And so what happened was Taiwan became a democracy and China stayed, what do they have? Where are they? China is it start with a C. It start with a C. They're communists. And what are communists? Communists is when the state completely runs everything in a military authoritarian way. You know what I'm saying? They control the money, they control resources. What the state says is how it goes. Remember, we just did a video on China the other day when they banned gay dating apps in China. I didn't even know that they allowed that to begin with. So that's who we're talking about. That's who we're talking about today, guys. China has ramped up serious threats that they're going to invade Taiwan. You might be like, why do we as Americans care? It has nothing to do with us. 9 times out of 10, you'd be right. You'd be right. But this particular time, you are very wrong, my friend. You are very wrong. China invading Taiwan has everything to do with us because Taiwan is one of our allies. And so in this global war game that we be playing with everybody, if you invade one of our allies, that's like you invade us. That's like invading American soil. And so what's been happening in Taiwan for at least since their independence, you know what I'm saying, which was what, how many, 40 odd years ago, but they ain't really ramp up threats that they gonna invade Taiwan until recently. Something y'all don't know about me, for those of y'all that watch me, I used to live in the Philippines. So the Philippines is right next to Taiwan, is right in that East Asian Sea. And if they invade the Philippines, it's the same thing as them invading Taiwan. It's the same thing as them invading Taiwan. We got a troll in the comments. Just listen to the information or hop up out my live, dog. That's what you can do. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, if they invade Taiwan, when they invade in Taiwan, that will be the official spark of World War III. That's just one way, though. That's just one way. That's just one small way that this is gonna pop off. So keep that in the back of your mind. Another small way that this is gonna pop off is if we invade Venezuela. Y'all know about Venezuela? Y'all know what's going on with Venezuela? Y'all heard about it? So what's going on with Venezuela is that we want the president, the current president of Venezuela, to not exist anymore. You know, because America does that, right? If we don't like something, if we don't like somebody, we'll get rid of it, and then we'll make it seem like it was an accident or it was a coup d'etat, meaning like the people or the military of that country took over and killed their leader. But really, it'll be us, so we can have a stronghold in that region, or so we can have resources that we didn't have in that region, so we can do something that benefits America. That's what we'll do to other countries. So currently, right now, what the U.S. has done, and you don't know this because you're an American citizen, or you're just not aware of what's going on around you, but that's why you're here, because I'm about to tell you. Currently, what we have done, welcome in everybody. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We are the biggest, by the way. But what we have done in Venezuela, in the Caribbean Sea, because that's where we're at right now, we have killed over 80 people in the name of that they were gangs, that they were gang members and part of a terroristic Venezuelan organization that the American media made up. I won't say that we made them up. We classified, we can classify and say anything is terrorism. Y'all don't remember in the early 2000s after 9/11 that we went to war? Y'all don't remember that? Yeah, we went to war because we classified people as terrorists and having weapons of mass destruction, even though we got weapons of mass destruction, even though Russia got weapons of mass destruction, even though Korea got weapons of mass destruction, even though now Ukraine and all those people have weapons of mass destruction. We're very particular, even though the UK has weapons of mass destruction, even though Japan has weapons of mass destruction, even though China has weapons of mass destruction. We're very particular on who we want to have weapons of mass destruction. I do want to bring something to y'all attention, something that was supposed to happen after the Second World War when we dropped them bombs on innocent Japanese people. We signed a treaty. Everybody came together in a conference and said, hey, this was a really, really bad war, and we don't want stuff like this to happen again. What can we all do together to come together to say that this type of war, this biological warfare, because that's what hydrogen bombs and nuclear bombs and all that stuff, that's what that is, because it rips out the insides. It erases people from history, just like that. So what do we do as a whole planet to make sure that this doesn't happen again? We signed something that stated that all of us are going to denuke ourselves. We're going to work towards, we're not going to build any more nuclear programs. We're going to work towards dismantling the ones that we already have. And that was them kind of like being nice. Not only did we blow Japan back into kind of like quote unquote their Stone Age, but we made it to where they can't even militarize themselves unless they're protecting themselves. We made it like that. That's how big our bully was. We made it to where they better not come together in no shape, form, or fashion unless it's for imminent danger. They have a few exceptions, but I'm just telling y'all, these are the exceptions. And we did that. We blew them up first. Do you know what would have happened if they blew us up like if they blew up, say, Hiroshima was like blowing up Boston, or blowing up blowing up Atlanta? That's what Hiroshima. That's what we blew up. Hiroshima. That's what that was like. That was if they would have did that to us, we would have blew up the whole country. Yeah, we would have blew up the whole country. Read a couple of y'all comments real quick. Let me send something. Y'all can always hit me up on SolarMan at my Instagram. I always respond. Y'all just hit me up and we can talk about collaborations. We can talk about if y'all want to send something to build up the studio or whatever the case may be, that's how you're going to do that. Why don't they like him? Who is him? In middle school, I had a right-wing girl and her family. They were worth over 27 million euros, and I had no idea. Yeah, you have no idea the people and the clientele that are laboring amongst you, the spirits that labor amongst you. We have no idea because these people look just like us, but they think that they're better than us. You know, so that's kind of what's going on with that. But I just gave y'all 2 instances on how war can get started, a global war off of just 2, really 3 to 4 odd characters, right? We got China and Japan. China is circling around, as we speak, they're circling around the Philippines. They're circling around parts of Taiwan where they shouldn't be if they don't want a problem. You know what I'm saying? But again, I just told y'all that China still believes to this day that Taiwan is a part of it. Even though they fought for their independence quite some time ago and gained their independence quite some time ago, China is still being a bully like that. So what's going on with that? China is still circling around all of these places, Japan, Philippines, and the Philippine Sea. You know what I'm saying? And if they touch down in any of these places, and an island that's the most southern island in Japan, I forget the name of it. If they touch down on that, that's war with everybody. If they touch down in the Philippines, that's war with everybody. And if they touch down in any sector or part of Taiwan, that's war with everybody. This is war with everybody. This is the world that we're currently living in, guys. This is not fact. I mean, this is not fiction. This is fact. So those are just a few examples of how war can go down very, very, very far away from us and stuff that we kind of don't have no control over. Another example I just gave y'all is that we are antagonizing Venezuela, and we have already killed. So that's called a shadow war. It's a shadow war when don't too many people know about it and report it as, you know, instances of, again, we stated that the reason that we attacked 21 of their ships, Venezuelan ships, 21 of them, we've attacked, Americans. We've attacked 21 of their ships and we've killed over 80 people. Woo! That's called shadow war. That's shadow war. And the reason that we done that and we did that again is because we don't want the current prime minister or elected official that Venezuela has. We don't want them in office anymore. So when we don't want something in office anymore, we will do everything in our power to not only destabilize the country, destabilize the region, but we'll also do everything to push out as much propaganda to make their leader seem as awful as possible. So when we do kill him, the people don't, you know, they don't riot about it. The people, you know, they kind of like wanted it, you know, because of how awful and how evil their politician is. So that's what's going on as far as how we can start war. I'm about to tie this all back to the U.S. in just a second. I just got to make one more point of something that's very interesting that's going on. The UN has decided to side with Bangladesh. Y'all know Bangladesh? Bangladesh is kind of like India, but it's not India. But it's kind of like India. So if you want to just, you don't know nothing, Bangladesh is basically India. It's like a little Indian country. But it's Bangladesh, though. Anyways, Bangladesh has had a democratic, not democratic like Republican, democratic like somebody, an official, an elected official that represented democracy. You know what I'm saying? They had that. But what happened was this woman, and she was a woman too, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing. This woman had to flee her country last year because of threats against her life. So what just happened in Bangladesh is that they elected to kill her. Yeah. They voted to kill her. But the only problem with the vote is that the vote, she wasn't allowed to have her own lawyer. She had to have a state appointed lawyer. And, you know, you might be like, oh, that's not that bad. I didn't have state appointed lawyers before. Have you? If you didn't have state appointed lawyers before, you know how horrible that is. You might as well just turn yourself in. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just say, huh. You feel me? She had a state appointed lawyer. So that's one of the things. And she wasn't allowed She wasn't allowed a selection of a jury of her peers. They kind of like so what the reason that they have ousted her really is because she, you know, they're kind of like a, you know, Bangladesh is not a Muslim country yet, but the current people that want to take over some shit, they're Muslim. So they want it to be a Muslim state. But Bangladesh, as it is right now, it's kind of like a free, I'm not going to say Protestant, but it's free. You know, Christians can come and mingle, Muslims can come and mingle, you know, up until, you know, about last year. What it do, gangster? What's up with it? What's up with it? Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all being here. So that's what's going on in Bangladesh. So they have voted to kill her. She has been voted out. Not only has she been voted out of power, she has been sentenced to death. And when I first heard that, I was like, you know what? You know, not that I wish anybody death, you know, but like maybe we're making progress as a society where because, oh, and another reason she was sentenced to death, not just because they wanted to make it a Muslim state or anything like that. Another reason, because the main reason is that they're saying that during some protests, she ordered over 1,400 people to be murdered in order of the name of bringing back stability back to the country and back to the nation. So y'all know how Trump says that he won't hesitate to send out extreme measures or militarize the police if, you know, another like situation like Black Lives Matter or something like that happened. Y'all know how he be talking like that? Yeah, so that kind of like happened in her country. The people, they were unsatisfied with the conditions of life in their country. So they protested in order to bring back, what's the word? What's up with it, dog? In order to bring back stability, she ordered 1,400 people to be killed. She said, kill them, get rid of them. Just make sure that we bring back peace and quiet. Hey, look, man, this is Solar Man's official take on that. On any leader, really. A leader has to make tough decisions. I'm aware of that. But also as a people, once you place yourself in a position of power like that, you better do your best not to misuse, take advantage, or be inappropriate with your power in any way. Why? Because you can and will be called out for it someday. You know what I'm saying? It might not be by the people. You might die in power. You might die in power, but still, the spirit that you left behind has forever crippled your people, and they hate you for it. They hate your family for it. Your family has to flee after you die. Or the military will take over the country because the people want something different, and now they're tearing up the whole country. And so now the only people that can come in and save some shit is the military. And the military never really respected you no way, especially if they got to do all the dirty work. They just gonna take over. So I say all that to say, I'm not saying she had it coming. All I'm saying is that these leaders, bro, these leaders take their power and they believe that they're gods with their power. So I do believe that she probably, maybe not, she probably did want 1,400 people dead, bro. If that's how many was out in the streets making a ruckus, not listening to the curfew set in place. These people, especially Eastern Asians, are very conservative people. They're very right-winged people. They're very Trump, they're very MAGA-like. You know what I'm saying? They're very MAGA-like. You know what I'm saying? They're very MAGA-like. So more than likely, she wanted something like that to happen. So more than likely, she's getting exactly what she deserves. And people like her deserves. The only problem I have with this, people, the only problem I have with that, not that I'm worried about her safety or her life. You know, if there's any innocence to her, which people in that position, 99.9% of the time, there's no innocence to them. But if there is any innocence to her, I pray the God of my fathers and my ancestors is with her and protects her life. However, if there isn't, she deserves what's coming to her. She does. Just like a lot of these people that I'm about to talk about right now. I think the only problem that I have with this is that the UN is the United Nations. The United Nations is supposed to only intervene during a global humanitarian crisis or crimes against humanity whenever a nation has a leader that has crimes against humanity. That's the only time the UN is supposed to intervene. So the UN said about this situation, the reason that because they had to approve this verdict that she is to be put to death. And she's currently in India right now. Y'all want to know how I know about all this? Because, your boy be doing his research. I got to know what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying? I got to know what's going on around me. Because if it can happen over there, it can happen over here. And I'm getting there. So she's currently hiding out in India. But what had to happen in order for Bangladesh to officially have sentenced her to death was that the UN had to sign off on that. Because the UN, again, the UN is supposed to represent everybody. The UN says that she has committed crimes against humanity. Do y'all think she committed crimes against humanity? I just told y'all that they had some protests going on around this time last year. And instead of arresting people, they killed people. So she probably does have crimes against humanity, guys. She probably does. You know who else got crimes against humanity? The UN has never stepped in and did anything about. You know who else is right up under your nose? It's so close you can smell it. Matter of fact, I got these stompers on today, y'all. I got these boots on. I'm stepping on it right now. My country has committed so many crimes against humanity, so many atrocious, so many devastating crimes all over this world that the fact that we haven't been held in trial are in contempt of our quote unquote freedom or just the crimes that we committed abroad. What are some of the crimes that we committed abroad before I get domestic? Right? Some of the crimes that we committed abroad. I just told y'all we dropped that hydrogen bomb in Hiroshima, Japan. We killed over 100,000 people, bro. Did the UN hold us accountable for that? No, they just said we need to work towards not having that happen again. That's all they said to us. That's one thing. That's one thing that we did abroad. Another thing that we did abroad, we invaded Iraq, Kuwait, Syria. We invaded all of those places under the guise and the lie that we were looking for weapons of mass destruction. We all know that we weren't looking for no goddamn weapons of mass destruction. Again, I just told y'all that everybody got weapons of mass destruction. So we don't really give a damn who got it. If we invade just because you got something that we want. Some people say it's the oil. Other people say it's the burial of Gilgamesh and the fable of Gilgamesh. Y'all know who Gilgamesh was? He's kind of like Noah. He is Noah. And Gilgamesh was buried in Iraq, in places like that, and we really wanted what was under his burial site, what was in his grave. That's what we really wanted, because Hillary Clinton, she filed a petition with Iraq and those countries over there to have access to his burial site. She did that over 15 and 20 odd years ago. Did y'all know that? So what I'm saying is that my country has committed so many crimes against humanity is sickening. The blood would drip from the walls continuously, as if they're pouring a water hose down it. That's just abroad. That's just abroad. Not to mention all the countries that we go around the world, if we don't like the government or if the government isn't in bed with us, giving us resources at a discounted price or just doing whatever we say, you know what I'm saying? What we'll do is we'll spread propaganda. I just told y'all that's what we're doing in Venezuela right now. We'll spread propaganda and we'll make it to where the country starts to hate their own leader because of some shit we say. We did it to Muammar Gaddafi. Y'all know who Muammar Gaddafi is? Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi. Y'all know who that is? Y'all remember him? Y'all remember Gaddafi? Some of y'all might argue, oh, he was a criminal too. There is no acting politician or leader in this planet that hasn't committed war crimes. And that's a fact. That's a fact. What's up with it, dog? What's up with it, gang? Japan attacked Pearl Harbor first, gang. That's what made America get a war. Yeah, that's what they told you, bro. That's what they told you. I'm not saying that Japan didn't attack Pearl Harbor, dog. All I'm saying is that our response was to bomb 100,000 innocent people and kill them. Japan attacked some warships. They say outside of Pearl Harbor. They did not attack innocent people. I have no dog in the race, bro. All I'm saying is whenever you kill innocent civilians, men, women, and children that have nothing to do with nothing, you are supporting. We're not the kings of the world, bro. We're not the kings of the world, bro. And we don't deserve or need the right to police the world or be the only ones that have big old guns. And you believe whatever you're taught is because you were brought up in this system, just like me. I used to believe everything I was taught too, bro. I used to believe that we were the good guys and everybody else is the bad guys. And really, everybody's the bad guys, particularly us. Particularly us. We're the bad guys. Particularly us. We are the bad guys, bro. And right now, we're killing people who potentially had nothing to do with nothing in the Caribbean Sea, Venezuelan ships, people who potentially had nothing to do with nothing. None of these bodies, none of these people were taken in for court. None of these people had due process of law. None of these people had none of that shit going on. We can't even find out who they were. All we know is that they're dead. 80 people. Had that been American, we would have had reasons to do something very, very aggressive about it. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. It makes no sense. And the thing that I don't like about all this, is that we're playing, it used to say it's a white man's game. It's not just white men anymore. It's Asian men. It's Asian women. It's Indian men, Indian women. It's African men, African women. It's the elite. Which has always been like this, but it's the elite versus us. And we're fighting the elite's war. We're listening to the elite's propaganda. We're listening to the elite's history. We're listening to elite's history, historical versions of truth. When we know that these people are liars. We know this. It's been proven. Right now, another situation, just to give y'all an example of what I'm talking about. I'm just giving y'all an example of what I'm talking about. Right now, the former FBI director, James Cuomo, that's his name. You can Google it. James Cuomo is being held in trial right now for lying, withholding information, and basically all the shit that we be accusing them people of doing anyway. He's in trial right now and facing real time for his crimes. And you know what our Supreme Court just elected to allow him to do? So he's a former FBI director, right? That's like being a prosecutor, or that's like being whatever in the court. But he's a former FBI director, right? Our Supreme Court just ordered and mandated, meaning it has to happen, just mandated that the judges of his court that he's going to have to turn over all of the evidence that they have on him to him. Not his lawyers, to him. He gets to have all of the evidence. Now you might be like in a court process, bro. It's like that, you know. The defense gets to see what the prosecution sees. The prosecution gets to see what the defense sees. Yeah. The attorneys get to do that, and they get to sift through the information. I'm telling you that this man gets all of these documents for himself, unedited, unaltered. He gets everything that's being accused against him. He gets it all for himself. You and I don't have that privilege, even if we're representing ourselves. Yeah, you and I don't have that privilege, even if we're representing ourselves. So I just covered a wide variety of topics. I'll touch on a few a little bit more very briefly. Let me just surmise what we just talked about real quick. So Japan and China are basically acting like they want to go to war. This new Japanese prime minister, she don't play no games. She's very Japan first, meaning she only really cares about her people. You know, Philippines do that. America's doing that now. You know, it's kind of like a right-winged. She's like a Trumper in her country. So we got a lot of Trumpers all over the world right now. The lady in Bangladesh, she was a Democratic leader, but she was kind of like Trump too, just how, you know, right-wing she was. And then the Japan leader, she's like a Trump. And then China, they're like Trump. And then Russia's like Trump. And then, you know, everybody like Trump right now. So Japan and China finna go at it. If any soldier touches one boot on any of those lands, China or Japan, in those islands, in Taiwan, that's World War III. Just like that. Just like that. If this Bangladesh prime minister gets executed like she's supposed to, that fallout could lead to a global war. If Venezuela is tired of Americans bullying them and killing 80 people and attacking their ships, 21 of them we've attacked so far, documented at least. If they get tired of doing that and they amp up any type of aggression towards us, which would be in their right, just as people, if they were to do that, that's war. Welcome to UK, bro. Welcome from the UK, I'm sorry. If we do anything like that, if any of those things happen, I'm sorry, World War III has commenced. And I just told y'all there's a bunch of little shadow wars going on in pockets, different pockets all over the globe, specifically with my country. There's a bunch of little shadow wars going on right now. America is always up to something. Now, do countries take it with extreme prejudice? You know, no. This globe has done its job as far as everybody kind of like trying to get along. They don't hold us accountable. No, because if we were held accountable, we would have been at war every day 40 years ago, since the Second World War, because it never stopped. Espionage never stopped. There are global acts of terrorism committed daily. So why now? Why now? You might be asking, why now? What's going on now? What's the benefit of now? I've been trying to figure that out. Why is the New World Order, because I'm gonna tangle this all back to the New World Order. Why is the New World Order, why are they so eager to bring us to a burning end now? Why so eager now? Because they know that's what this leads to. They know we're not fighting fair. Nobody. We're not fighting fair. If you want to be technical, we've been at war with China at least since 2020. Coronavirus was definitely a declaration of biological warfare, let alone all the millions of toys. Y'all know, we've had to recall some toys and stuff, right? Because of the toys being compromised or having viruses attached to them and stuff like that. We've just had to do that and send them back to China. So if you want to be technical, we've been at war with China at least since 2020. What do you think about Giorgia Meloni? I'm not educated on Giorgia Meloni. I'll have to do my research here in just a bit, bro. But maybe I'll look into that and I'll come back on another episode and do that. But yeah, to finish my point, global acts of terrorism occur daily right now that they're happening. But yeah, we've technically been at war with China at least since 2020. Coronavirus was definitely an act of war, a declaration of war. And also our state at the time kind of like, I'm not saying that we were complicit with the virus being spread abroad, because y'all know also too, this is a side note, but y'all know also too, there was just a truck containing dangerous pathogens, viruses, that had flipped over, and it had monkeys that we had been testing on. Those monkeys also with the truck that had the dangerous viruses in it, and it flipped over. The truck, kind of like opened up, and then the monkeys escaped. The ones that were getting tested on with the viruses and shit. This happened recently, but don't nobody talk about that. This happened like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I know that, right? War age fighting Chinese national men are found kind of almost on a weekly basis. Having secret police stations here, having hacking stations here. We get hacked on a daily basis. Y'all hear me talk about that. Our infrastructure gets hacked on a daily basis. Y'all hear me talk about that. Our water systems get hacked on a daily basis. Y'all hear me talk about that. I'm not just blaming China though, because best believe if they're doing it over here, even a little bit, or we're doing something over there too, we don't just take the fucking. We do big fucking too. If you're fucking us, we're double fucking you. Excuse my language, but I gotta call it how I see it. I gotta call it how I see it. And that's how I see it. That's how I see it. This was put in motion a long, long time ago. I don't disagree with you, bro. I'm just curious as to the timing of now. Why now? And I do believe that I have I believe I know why. I'm gonna answer that in just a second though. You tried, now look at you. No, we don't. Add me up. I know more than you. I know you see my comments and threw you to the side. Do you have Unc's dick so far in your throat that you're not able to exist outside of him, or you're not able to have a conversation that doesn't include him? Is his, see, I'm trying not to, I'm saying I'm trying, because I'm talking about something of substance, and somebody like you, why would I add you? I get paid to do that. So if you want to do something with me, you can hit me on my Instagram, bro. Hit me at Solarman 3Ns, and we can talk about doing anything. No. Fuck y'all haters. You a real one. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, dog. Yeah. He's just a dick sucker, and he just wants attention. You don't have to get attention like that, bro. The way that you can really be high vibrational and add something to the conversation, or have me even be somebody that wants to work with you, you can always reach out to me, bro, because you know me, I don't know you. Anyways, I digress. Why this is happening right now? Because we're in the age of a transformation, guys. And it's 6'9" right now. See, I know I'm not capping. We're in the age of transformation, guys. We're going from the old world to the new world. It is a new world order. Automatically. It is a new world order. Automatically. And the thing about that, though, is, and I hear people talk about this all the time, and it's true, bro. It's true, bro. The only way that they get this shit off, the only way that they pop their shit like this, and they continue to get away with their crimes against humanity I'm talking about every nation, is with our submission and our agreements. That's the only way that this shit keeps going. Otherwise, they are leading us to a burning end. When the only thing to do is to nuke some shit. And who survives the nuclear apocalypse? Do me and you survive? Do our babies survive? When we are mobilized to go fight in Asia or in parts of the African continent, who will be doing the fighting? When we're mobilized to go attack our southern border, will it be the politicians? Will it be the one percenters? No, they have been stealing. They have been stealing our money from and using it under the guise of military exploration for at least 30 to 40 to 50 years. Why do you think we have the biggest military budget on the planet? And we also have the most amount of money, trillions of dollars, that goes missing. But you and I, we continue to pay into this system. They've stolen trillions from us. My money, your mother's money, your father's money, your grandkids' money. You should be mad about some shit. Because they're doing it and they're only interested in protecting themselves. There's no reason that you and I shouldn't have universal health care. You know the reason that this country, I'm delving a little bit But it's all goes along with the get along game that I'm talking about. Do you know the reason that the USA doesn't have universal health care? Is because Abraham Lincoln, he didn't care about black people, but he at least had the wherewithal, probably because he had a little melanation going on him, but he at least had the wherewithal to understand that a house divided cannot stand. So before they assassinated him for his political beliefs, he wanted to make it to where all people had health care. All people, even the free niggers that were just free, even them, even them, even them. He wanted them to have health care as well. You know what happened and why everyone doesn't have health care? Because he was assassinated, and his successor, what was dude? Who was his successor? I'm looking at him right now. Anyways, his vice president, when he became president, he was an extreme white nationalist, an extreme racist. And he knew that if he had universal health care, that would be saying, or that would be suggesting that the Negro was equal on the same level playing field as the white man. So, in order to keep civil war from happening again, and in order to stop and to order to appease the Southern whites, they stopped that shit. They stopped the shit. And to this day, for that very reason, because we were appeasing whites, Southern whites, really whites all over the place, but Southern whites particularly, who lost, but because we're appeasing them, to this day, we don't have universal health care. So where you're from and where you live, it has never been in your best interest. Even white men. This country was built for white men. This world is manicured for white men. That's the guys. My boy from the UK. Even his country is built for white men. But it's not built for all white men. It's built for the top 10%. 1%, really. We have been complacent to some shit like bro said in the comments earlier. We have been complacent to some shit for a long time. And it's always been put the majority against a minority, or put the minority against the majority. And really, the people that's pulling the strings, the person that's telling me that I have an enemy is my enemy. The person that's telling me to go shoot is my enemy. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody. I'm a poor man just doing his best out here, but nobody cares besides my mama. Yeah, bro. That's it was intended to be like that. When you live in the most prosperous society in known times, in the known world, in known history, there is no reason that there shouldn't be an access to liberty amongst you. But, hey, that's a good point, bro. I'm glad you just brought that up. That's a good point, because that brings me to kind of like what this capitalism society is supposed to be about, right? So capitalism is supposed to be about free enterprise, and it's supposed to be about the little guy can always come up. But the real truth about that is that through capitalism, they're supposed to have laws against what's called a monopoly, meaning that one group, one strong group, one majority group can't just buy up everything. Y'all done played Monopoly before, right? One small group or one majority group can't just buy up everything and own everything and then control the taxes and inflation on stuff and make it hard for everybody else to live just because they got the biggest coin. That's supposed to not be like that. But it's not the case. So the idea of capitalism, again, and they call it the American dream, the idea of capitalism is supposed to be, hey, bro, you and I, we don't come from shit. But we have a chance to be the president. We have a chance to be Bill Gates. We have a chance to be Kobe Bryant. We have a chance to be Tom Brady. We have a chance to be elite. That's the beauty of capitalism. The problem is that nepotism gets involved. You know what nepotism is? That means if I get in a position of authority on a job, or I become a supervisor, I only hire people that look like me or people that are related to me. That's nepotism. And we got a lot of nepo babies that's running our world right now. They have never earned anything in their life. They've never worked a day in their life. They've been given everything. That's who we got pulling the strings right now. A bunch of Nepo babies. A bunch of privileged Nepo babies. Yeah. You gay. Nene flamed you. You're not built for this stream shit. You see how, dude, you're such a cunt and a faggot, and you got so much dick in your mouth. You got my dick in your mouth. Now, first you had dick in your mouth. Now you got my dick in your mouth. Like, you're probably like a little boy, or you might be an old dude too. I don't know what you are, but whatever you are, you're like a fag, bro. Like, you're a fag, bro. You came on my stream looking at me talking about what I am. What are you? A dick eater. You take dick. I know you do. And you wanted me to add you, but if I add you, it's like, I don't want you to just do a bunch of screaming and shit, bro. Like I said, I get paid to do this shit. So, like, you didn't pay me. You just want my attention. Faggot ass boy. And I beat you up. I swear for the Lord I would. I ain't gonna give you all my attention, you bitch ass nigga. But you a bitch and you a hoe. And I know I'm doing something because I haven't had one of you come on my stream in a while. So I'm kind of glad to see you here, you bitch ass boy. You know what I mean? I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here. And I'll beat you up. I promise you I would. You gotta pay me though for that. Like, you wanna talk to me and shit, you wanna cuss me out, you wanna whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can pay me. I'll show up. You can shoot it out. We can shoot it out. We can punch it out. We can do whatever you wanna do. Bitch ass nigga. I'll piss on you probably. See, now I don't wanna get like that, bro. I don't wanna get like that, bro. I'm talking about World War III. I'm talking about World War III, bro. And you wanna get my attention off on some shit. You feel me? You wanna get my attention off on some fuck shit because you a dick eater, because you take dick. Come on, bro. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it, bro. I bet you don't even know how to reload a gun. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say, what I'm saying is not just affecting me, bro. It's affecting our generations, bro. And you and I are in an office making these decisions. But again, my whole point, and I want y'all, if y'all don't mind, to talk to me about this. To talk to me, I wanna know what y'all think. Why do y'all think that right now that they're amping up shit? Right now. Why? Why? Yeah, I know that it's the age of Aquarius and it's the age of revelation and it's the age of transition. But why is now the age of that? Why is it now? We've been at odds with China. We've been at odds with these places. First and foremost, all of these places, excluding Japan, Japan kind of went backwards before it went forwards. But even Japan, all of these places were like in the dark ages up until very recently. Up until like the 70s. No, the 80s. No, the 90s. Up until very, very recently. China, Russia, Japan. I'm curious of what y'all think. Christopher, in a minute, rich or poor aren't going to matter no more. So it already doesn't matter anymore right now, bro. Why do you think that they're making it so hard for the middle class to survive? So this is the reason that they're making it so hard for the middle class to survive. Bitch ass Rockefeller. And again, if we know their name, they're just puppets. But bitch ass Rockefeller and the puppet that he was and is, and the amount of power that he got in with the education system and just a lot of shit. Him and people like him, don't quote me on this, but people like him, what they did and what they noticed is that the middle class would continually grow, especially if they got shit like healthcare, especially if they got shit like affordable housing, especially if they did all that, the middle class would grow and the gap between rich and poor would become wider. So what people like him did was they made it extremely hard for the middle class to survive to where you're either rich or you're poor. Because with a strong middle class, we're not going for some shit. You know, with a strong middle class meaning, you know, middle of America or wherever you're from, you're not rich, you're not poor though. You take care of yourself and your family. If we got a bunch of people like that, we won't be able to hold on to power for too long. That's what that's about. We won't be able to hold on to power for too long if the middle class keeps on growing stronger and stronger. So they do everything in their power to numb us and to make us unaware of what the fuck is going on around us. So the middle class is still being they filling us with dope right now. The middle class, they filling us up with dope, and the dope is entertainment. Yeah, bro. Oh, this nigga just a fan. I'ma just read what he's saying, y'all, just so y'all can, I mean, y'all can see this shit too, but this nigga said, I get more views than you off my music than you. You zesty. Fisher jacket not drippy. Teeth yellow. You ain't even get paid. I got unk number. I bet you get lined. You scared of karma twos. And then that's what bro said, man, why you so mad at bro? He not mad at me, bro. He loves me. He loves me. He probably wants me sexually, but I'm not into that, bro. You know, he loves me though. This is not hate, this is love. Nobody, no heterosexual male types this much for somebody that they don't like. I promise you, promise you. And it's always men. Big homie CC said this shit the best. He said, it's always men talking about, or males talking about how I look. You know what I'm saying? It's always males talking about my appearance. He's just a dick eater, bro. I ain't gonna read this dumbass name, bro. He's just a dick eater, bro. I already called him a bitch. Get out mom crib. You a nerd on some drugs. Fumble the bag. You grown on here talking about you get paid for this. No, you don't. And you blackball, jit. I'm not gonna scream. You a liar. Let's fight. Add me on here. You scared. Unc don't like you. Hey, y'all see how much this nigga on my dick? He is a dick eater, bro. He a faggot, bro. Y'all know I've been trying to clean up my language, bro, but this faggot ass nigga, bro, he is a faggot, bro. You are a dick eater, bro. You are a dick taker. You take dick, bro. You take dick, bro. You like dick, aw. I ain't ran into one of you faggot ass little boys in a while, bro, so I don't even like, you know, I used to have a lot of words for niggas like you. I did. I used to say a lot of mean shit, a lot of mean spirited shit. I mean, I done already told you I'll piss on you probably. You feel me? I'll probably take this boot, put it on your shit, and I'll probably piss on you, dog. But I don't want to get down like that. Like, that's not how, you feel me? That's not how I want to think. You know? You probably need life spoken into you. You know? Because you one of the people that's going to get left behind in this shit. Because you don't know nothing about nothing. You don't know how to do nothing. You don't have anything to say. You don't have any ideas. You don't contribute to the conversation. You just like bend over and take dick. Of any dick that's like important to you, you take that shit. And you wish that you was me and you had my opportunity. Damn, bro. Oh, man. I'll probably give you a hug, bro. You need a hug. You need a hug, bro. Because happy people don't do this. You're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with your life. You're not, bro. You're not, bro. You can't be, bro. You can't be, bro. This is crazy. You be too hyped. I know you can fight. I don't go around promoting that I got hands, bro. That's not what I do. The main thing that I be talking about though is that like I don't like, you feel me? Y'all know, y'all seen all my shit, man. I ain't got shit to say about Unc. I ain't got shit to say about, I really don't even got nothing to say about this dick-eating ass nigga. You feel me? I really don't. I really don't, because again, he just wants attention. And it's like, bro, okay, I'll let you on my live. But before I do that, and I don't even know how to do it. So again, you still gonna have to schedule some shit with me and we can do this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But before I do that, just talk about one thing that I just talked about today and let's talk about that. You feel me? Let's talk about that. I just talked about how World War III is commenced and I just talked about how Chinese nationals and Russian hackers, I ain't say Russian, but how Chinese nationals and Russian hackers, they infiltrate our infrastructure every single day. Do you even know what infrastructure mean? Bitch ass little boy? Huh? Bitch ass little boy? Huh? Hey, bitch, listen to me when I'm talking to you, bitch. Huh? Do you even know what that mean? Bitch ass little boy? Huh? Huh? See, everybody don't like when I turn up, so I don't even be trying to turn up like that. I mean, I'm gonna be myself, but you feel me? I just be. Uh. He said, "Add me, fuck clout." He said, "You shook to add me." You was a gay little boy, bro. You fucking gay as fuck, bro. Follow me on my IG. Follow my IG, and then we can talk about everything. And then I can tell you how you like. I can explain to you your position of homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Add me on IG. I believe we're entering something that's going to affect the world. We kind of like. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I think that we have already entered that space of stuff that's already affecting the world. Like, for example, this is a very small example, but it's important. Do you know that, like, Friday was the last day that they would print pennies? They're no longer printing pennies anymore. So for the rest of history, American history, there will no longer be pennies, new pennies made in circulation. Why do you think that they would do that? Because they have no intention of staying with paper money. Because they have all intentions of going to what's called a digital ID system. My boy in the UK, he was just here. He just talked about that shit. Well, he ain't talk about that, but that's what's going on in his country, in the UK, and in the conglomerate that is that makes up the United Kingdom. You feel me? They just talked about that. They're protesting in his country right now to stop the digital ID system, where our lives are put digitally. Our social security card, the way we vote, the last time we paid taxes, our blood type, our diet. Signs like that, when they stop circulating pennies, why would you need to stop circulating pennies? Why not stop circulating everything? Why not just get it over with? It's because they need to make you need to be okay with the little before you become okay with the lot. That's why. So they're testing you. They're feeding you. They're spoon feeding you. Why do you think that they came out with all this alien information and shit? And then, they kind of like, okay, we're off that now. Now we talking about this. Now back to real world now. They spoon feeding you, bro. You getting spoon fed, bro. You getting spoon fed, bro. You getting spoon fed, bro. For monkeys, bro. That's how they're testing them. They're testing on us like lab rats, like monkeys. And it's still people like this nigga on here on my dick and shit. Bro, I don't like dudes, bro. You don't gotta be on my dick, bro. You can say something positive, bro. Or you don't have to say anything at all. I don't know you. I beat niggas up like you. I know I do. Oh, I don't fight no more, but I'll bully somebody like you, bro. Real deal. And you think you would get over on me. Like, that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like, I would literally bully you, bro. I'll put you on a headlock and sit on you, bro. That's all I'll do to you. I mean, I'll put you in a headlock, give you a little nuggie, because that's what you need. You just need some love, some attention. I'll give you a little nuggie, put you in a headlock, and then I'll sit on you until you cried or until I got tired. That's what I'd do to somebody like you. Bitch-ass little boy. Bitch-ass little boy. Let him go, bro. It's kind of funny. I ain't had one of these niggas, one of these dick in the booty ass niggas on my live in a minute. You feel me? So it's like, it just let me know I'm doing something. It lets me know I'm doing something. He talking about my numbers. He worried about what shit I got going on, but he watching me. He knows who I am. I don't know who he is. But I never shit on somebody because I don't know who you is, bro. I think all people are important. I just think that you a bitch. I mean, because you don't know how to communicate. That's how I know you a little boy. Are you a hating ass old nigga? You feel me? Because you don't know how to communicate. And that's the problem kind of like with my culture too. And it wasn't the point of this live, but it's kind of like a point I want to make too, is that when people have low intelligence or they have low vibrational aspirations and they don't know how to communicate with anything outside of what they know, their initial reaction is to communicate some bullshit, some fuck shit. It's to bring the vibration low to something that they understand. Again, y'all see how high vibrational this conversation has been. Because he doesn't understand it, he has to bring it low to something that he understands. Because he's an idiot. And it's okay. You don't have to remain an idiot. But you're an ignorant idiot. And that's a choice. You know what I'm saying? We closing out now. I'm on 2%, so I kind of got to wrap this up. It's too deep for me to understand what they're doing. R bark, no fight, no furniture. You paid to go on Unc Live and you burnt out. He ain't pay you, you pay him. That nigga told me he ain't read the rest. He know what's up. Yes, he do. LOL. He fascinated. That's what I'm thinking, bro. He is fascinated. I don't want to fight. I do want to fight. Send your addy yelling at Unc with shirt off and he calling you gay. I'll call you gay to your face. You from the suburbs. What boost is that? No gang, don't piss on him. That's what he wants. And that is what he wants. He want to see my dick. You right. So I probably fart on him though. You feel me? Something like that. Something a bully would do. You know? Something a bully would do. You know what I mean? He probably do like that shit. He talking about some shit. And he ain't never bought nothing in his life. He talking about, you see what haters do? This is literally a hater. This is literally the definition of a hater. He hating on my blank ass walls and how I ain't got shit right there. But you know what I mean? He ain't talking about the echoes in my shit. He ain't talking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about none of that. He ain't talking about how he seen me all through up page and shit. You feel me? And we don't know who the fuck he is. He ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about he ain't talking about that. All he wanna do is troll. And it's like, it's cool, bro. I'm giving you the attention you looking for because I'm done with my topics and shit now. But yeah, bro, I wouldn't piss on you, right, bro? Because you would like to see my dick. I just like beat you up. I probably won't even punch you, bro, because you want me to touch you. You probably get off on some shit like that. You want me to touch you. So I probably wouldn't even touch you, bro. I wouldn't even touch you, bro. I wouldn't even touch you, bro. I don't want no smoke. You right. I don't want no smoke. You right. I'm soft. You right. You hard, bro. You're hard. Literally. I believe that you're hard typing all that shit that you typing. Bitch ass nigga. Hell nah. You yell with your shirt off, spitting in air when Unc called you gay ass. Why you ain't do shit? You right, bro. What I should have did, bro. I should have punched him right in this shit, right? Yeah, I should have punched him right in this shit, right? You right, bro. I should have crashed out in front of everybody. I should have killed him. That's what I should have did. I should have pulled out a gun or a knife and stabbed him in this shit. Just like right here. Just like I got stabbed. I should have did that to him, right? I should have did that to him. I should have stabbed him in this shit. You right. You right, bro. What else I should have did, bro? Michi can't name nothing because he don't take life seriously. Nah, he don't take life seriously. He don't take nothing. He just a little boy. He just a bitch ass little boy that don't know nothing. Tell him how you was being gay around Unc and he stopped fucking with you. Oh shit, you know so much, bro. What? Damn, I was being gay around him. Damn, what did I do? Tell me, bro. Be specific. Be specific now. I'm curious. Be specific. What did I do specifically that was gay around Unc? Tell me. This is a part of the show, y'all, where I respond to comments, y'all. So this is not a deviation from the show. I'm gonna tie this all back. Don't worry about it. But what did I do, bro? Be very specific. What did I do? You know Unc. What did I do? Tell me. What did I do? What did I do? I really fuck with what you're talking about, but I gotta get up at 5 a.m. and work my life, LOL, but I tune back in. Right on, brother. You gotta do what you gotta do when you gotta do it. We still stuck in this matrix in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But I appreciate you being here. And then on this show, we talk about what's going on in the matrix around us. And then we also got some things that we about to do, that we're doing to help us all escape the matrix. So make sure y'all join the tribe too. I haven't posted on my Discord in a while. I've been moving into my bare ass house. No furniture. You feel me? I done fell off. I fell off into some shit. You feel me? So I done fell off into this. So I've been focusing on that. So but yeah, we about to go on tour. We about to have these hoodies for sale, these hats for sale too. So that's gonna be cool. And I appreciate y'all being here. I do. One love. One love. Good luck trying to make it. Glad Unc listened and stopped fucking with you. You a goofy. Not ready for this type static. No, you don't. KSMG trying to rage bait for clout. Rethink your life choices. Hey, Solo Bodman, I'm out, fam. I catch you in the next one, fam. Right on. I appreciate you being here, dog. LOL. You not that. I will put you on your pockets. I don't even know what that mean, cuz you like 10 years old, bro. What the fuck that mean, bro? What that mean, cuz? Put me on my pockets. Like, put me on my side. Is that what that mean? You getting tag team on the live, and don't talk about tag teaming now. You know he like that shit. Gad little boy. You know he like that shit. Don't talk about no tag teaming. Don't he like that shit. You feel me? He like that. You feel me? He like that. Don't talk about that. Appreciate you, Soul. I appreciate you, dog. Unc knew me before you, lame. Gonna slide to the content house. Oh, that's what's up, bro. See, I still wish good for you. I hope that you get everything that you deserve out of the content house when you go around Unc. I think that'll be an interesting thing for you. You know what I'm saying? So good for you, bro. His numbers start with I don't know what his numbers start with, bro. That's why you mad he chose Solar over you. Add me up and I'll tell you what you did. This nigga just want clout. I just told you add me on Instagram, bitch. Did you add me on Instagram? And you ain't answer. I gave you an ultimatum. I said, talk about what we talking about in the live. You know what I'm saying? And then I consider it. And then I told your bitch ass to add me on Instagram. Fuck nigga. Did you do that? Did you do that? Let me see if I got a message request. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe you did that. Maybe you did that. I'll give you your credit if you did. Let me see if you did that. Let me see if you did that. Let me see if you did that, bro. Let me see if you did that, bro. Hold on. I can't find Instagram. It might be for the best. Hold on. It might be for the best that I can't find Instagram. Oh, yeah. The Most High don't want me fucking with you. Yeah, the Most High don't want me paying you no attention, bro. I can't even. Oh, there it go. Never mind. There it go. Hold on. Let's see what we talking about. Uh-oh, I got a follower. Nah, that ain't you. That ain't you, bitch ass nigga. Hold on, let me see. That ain't you, bitch ass nigga. Hold on. Nah, I don't see you, bro. You ain't add me, bro. Tough ass nigga. You ain't add me, bro. Tough ass dude. You ain't add me, bro. Hold on. I'm almost about to wrap this up, y'all. Kansas Michi say his number. You won't because you lying. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I know his number, fam. Hit me up. I show you. I don't know. Solar paid to go up. Unc wanted me to do a song with his son. Oh man, you're such a loser, bro. You're such a loser, bro. You're such a loser, bro. You don't have to be a loser. I don't wish being a loser on you because I'm completely for my people and I believe that you're in my tribe. You're just a fucking loser in my tribe, and it's okay, bro. I've never been a loser like you. Like I'm just an outward hater, and that, like I'm just such a dick rider that I can't see past that. I've never done that, but I've been, I haven't. Okay, he just commented on my shit. He said, "Stop capping on YouTube. I did hit you on IG. I just seen." Oh man, my fault, guys. Before my shit dies, I just want to go ahead and end this off. I appreciate y'all hanging around. I would add it on the I would add it on the trap. But when you do it on another phone, you can't resume it like this on the other phone. So, anyways, Michi, you send bro his addy or what? Nah, he a hoe, bro. I ain't worried about this little hoe ass he a little mixed little boy or something. I'll bully you, bro. I really would. But yeah, you got my Instagram now. You feel me? You commenting on posts and shit. I said slide in the DM, little boy. But anyways, though, we talked about a lot, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and end it now. We talked about how World War III is commencing. It's commencing in the Eastern Asian Sea, and it's also commencing in our southern borders with our attacks on Venezuela, and then also with Japan and the Philippines and China, all in cahoots over islands and shit like that. It's a matter of time before this shit really jumps off and hits. All right, y'all. This is the last time. My apologies. This is the official end of the live. I appreciate y'all. I'm ending it officially now. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Even you, Michi, little boy, I wish the best for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me on IG, though.